Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I have a special guest today, the one and only Rosie, who I took to Dog Beach because she is getting a bath from the mobile groomer today, and Rosie's out enjoying the water and enjoying life like we all should be. And look at her just having a good time. Oh yeah, Rosie! So much to talk about today with banking and with all these problems. But man, oh man, guys, it's like 10 days in a row now with just overcast weather in the morning, and Rosie's digging up a storm, having a good time. But please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And today our sponsor is Patriot Gold, which I will talk about later. Rosie, let's go for a walk, baby. Come on. Think about this, guys, okay? Morgan Stanley has been closing people's bank accounts for no reason. Sorry for the static of me moving the mic around. Now, one thing that Morgan Stanley has been doing is it looks like they're doing this to Republicans in 19 different states. And you can read the story below, but it is ridiculous because I am getting people writing me from around the country talking about how their bank accounts being messed with. They're getting credit card limits lowered. They're getting transactions denied. They're getting the inability to get cash out of the bank. And it's a real problem happening to a lot of different people. And the problem with this is generally if you have a Morgan Stanley account, you're considered a high wealth individual. Generally, it's not the peasants that have a Morgan Stanley account in this world. So the fact that they're doing this to people is awful, to say the least. But this goes to the rest of the banking story, which is from Canada. Canada, people keep writing me talking about how difficult of a time they're having getting cash out of the bank in Canada, okay? And the banks now are starting to feel the heat and the pressure that we experienced here in the last few months, where the banks are now not making money and having difficult times. And Rosie just met a friend, so it's nice. Most people are very friendly here. Bring your dog out. They're all well behaved. It's not like the cat beach. The cat beach is terrible. Lots of cat fighting at the cat beach. So, but you're starting to see people in Canada get leery of what's happening here in the States. And the problem with this is that when you have a bank close, people say, oh, that's an isolated incident. Those people were running the bank, in a bad way. They were not fiscally responsible. They were fleecing the bank, doing all these horrific things. Well, no, you're seeing a lot of mismanagement globally when it comes to banking right now. And man, oh man, you know one thing that's like got me nauseous and makes me throw up just a little bit is the idea of Bill Ackman keeps touting Jamie Dimon to run for president. Is that insane? Could you imagine a banker as our president? Seriously. Would that just be awful or what? So, with that being said, Rosie, let's go back this way, okay? With that being said, this is not just an isolated problem. You're seeing the problems with interest rates. You're seeing the fact that the Fed's going to have to raise interest rates right now. And again, it's not to combat inflation. They could care less if you pay $40 for a cheeseburger. They just don't care. They just don't care if you can't keep your kids in school. If you can't feed your kids, they don't care about that. The banking situation is only going to get worse. There's going to be more things to talk about. Let me share them with you. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. You know, when you look at everything in the news right now when it comes to finances, the stock market, the debt ceiling, all you have is instability right now. You need to take matters into your own hands, and you need to call Patriot Gold today. 888-330-1431. Get a free investor guide on how you can get an IRA or 401k that's free for life. They are the #1 rated IRA and 401k company for 7 years in a row now, guys. What else do you need? Look at what central banks are doing. They are buying gold at a record clip right now. Do this before it's too late. Call them. Find out how you can protect yourself, your future, and your family by having a gold-backed IRA or 401k. You know, I love the company. I'm not only a spokesman, I'm not only doing national commercials for them, but I'm also a customer of theirs. Their customer service is absolutely the best. Call Patriot Gold today before it's too late at 888-330-1431. Let them know that Dan from iAllegedly sent you. Run, Rosie, run! Run, Rosie, run! Now here's something that's very serious, and it's gone completely under the radar. I have had people that work at pharmacies for the last year and a half write me about shortages of very common drugs, whether they be statins, whether it be type 2 diabetic drugs, very simple drugs that people use on a regular basis. Dr. Marvin, who is a great contributor. I have so many people that are great contributors, but I've got a core dozen that are just brilliant, and he's one of them. Dr. Marvin sent me a story about how they're starting to ration penicillin. You heard about that? Well, Doctor heard that, and this is ridiculous, guys. I am telling you this right now from living with someone who had a chronic illness, and how part of our daily routine was making sure that her drugs were in order. Okay? Now, the thing that this was more me than her because it would drive me crazy. We would go to the emergency room, and you'd have some opioid junkie that would be outside the emergency room. Please let me back in. Please let me back in. I'm so sick. I'm so sick. And this person would be able to get drugs. Where you have someone with stage 4 cancer, hey, listen, here are 6 pills for you to take. Well, I take 2 a day, so that's 3 days, guys. And I'm going to have to call you tomorrow to get more pills. Okay, well, we'll deal with it. It was maddening. So we would go on a quest to build up her drugs so that she would have enough. When you hear about simple things like penicillin being, shot down and, not being able to have it and a lack of it, this is very serious, guys. Do what you can do to stock up. I went to my doctor with the stuff that I have to take, and it's all for being psychotic. So anyways, it just levels me out. But anyways, the doctor gave me plenty of this and made sure of it. And I called my insurance company and said, the prescription is so low in price, I don't want any grief with this because I want to have it as a, there's always an abundance of this. So you don't have to worry about this. We'll just notify you with, 10 days before you have to refill. No, I want it in a drawer and change it out like old soup to new soup. Okay, okay. You have to do this. There are diabetics out there. There's going to be something that's going to put people in danger with this. And this is just going under the radar right now. Everything else is being floated around. Banking, more banking nonsense. You're starting to see more things happen with businesses and with banks and with small businesses right now to where they want to shut small businesses down. They want to control your credit lines. They want to control your banking. Now, someone sent me a story out of Arizona, the National Bank out of Arizona, which this is crazy. If you're going to make a cash deposit for your business, be prepared. Be prepared to give us all this pertinent information. Your name, your address, your social security number, where the money came from, what it's for. Huh? I had a customer pay me in cash. Where do they live? Okay? This is the ultimate control, guys. This is insane, and this is what's happening right now when it comes to banking. Nonsense. So you're going to see more and more of this, and I'm telling you guys, from someone that has multiple business entities, what they ask for certain things is crazy. Okay? It's crazy, guys, right now. And you're going to see this get shut down, and you're going to see more and more problems with this. We're seeing more and more reporting problems right now with the banks and with credit card transactions, and it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. I keep having certain debit cards that I use on a regular basis because I keep track of my expenses, like when I park, okay? How about this? When I go and Okay, let me park here and go shoot here, and I'll take Rosie this beat. Oh no, this beat sucks. Let me go down the street a little bit. Okay, this isn't safe over here. Let me move up here. Okay, to where the bank starts calling. Hi, did you buy, parking in 3 different spots today? Well, yeah, I did. Okay, I just want to check. How much were those transactions? Oh, we're just trying to make sure because there were multiple transactions for parking. Really? Guys, they didn't equal $20. Okay? Yeah, worry about that. Okay? My favorite thing lately is when I tip people, like when I go to a restaurant. Oh, hey, you're Dan, right? Okay? Well, I'm not going to, hey, you know what? Thank you for great service. I'm going to give you $1. Okay? Yeah, no. You're never going to hear that about me. But the credit card companies are now, hey, you had a $20 bill and you left a $10 tip. Did you mean to do that? Was that correct? How insane is that? Now, you can sit there and say that that's designed to protect you, but it's not, guys. It's too much right now. Stock up on your drugs, look at what you need, and make sure you have it right now. Because I'm telling you guys, I lived this. I lived with a stage 4 cancer patient, and it was awful. And, hey, do you know where the 24-hour pharmacies near your house is? I do. I was there 2 o'clock in the morning many times. And you guys didn't even know about that stuff. But this is going to happen more and more often. You're going to have the problems with getting drugs, simple drugs, that you won't be able to get. Ozempic. The celebrities are using a diabetic drug, which you have to inject. It's got an injector pen, and it helps people lose weight. And these degenerate celebrities are using this to lose weight instead of going out and dieting and doing that, what's that thing called? Oh yeah, exercise. No, they don't want to do that. They just want to take an injection and do it. There are now knockoffs for Ozempic right now. Okay? And they're unsafe. What do you know? But they're cheaper, and you can get those. And they'll sell them to you on a street corner, basically. So the FDA is trying to crack down on that, but you don't hear about that until it's too late or until somebody gets really sick with stuff like that. So share your thoughts on this stuff so far. Very cold out here, very light, not a lot of pooches. Rosie's just hanging out by herself. Come on, Rosie, go swim, baby. Go do it. Go in the water, babe. Go in the water, baby. Go in the water. I'm sorry, but this keeps getting a little more disgusting. Jamie Dimon just stepped forward and said, I love my country. I want the whole world to know it. And so that's their big hint at him running for politics. Elon Musk goes to China and is treated like a golden god, okay? Golden Ma, social media icon. What else did they call him? Anyways, just great. He was just mobbed, and he's an innovator, and he's fantastic, and they love him over there. Well, he's Elon. What do you expect? Elon was really shocked to find out that when you eat Chinese food at night, you know what they call that over there? Dinner. So, kind of surprised by that. So, share your thoughts on this stuff so far. We keep hearing about AI and job losses with AI. IBM has upped it to 8,000 jobs that they're going to lose because of artificial intelligence in the coming year. That is unbelievable, guys. The next one, Lori, subscriber, wrote me about her daughter. Her daughter's in corporate at Walgreens, and they're eliminating 10% of the staff right now. And guys, this is not, when they do this, guys, this is not children. They're not, people working the counter. This is management that they're getting rid of right now. Why are they doing that? They've got to cut back on costs because of everything that's going wrong with business right now. People are not spending money like they did 6 months ago, not like they did a year ago, surely not like they did 2 and 3 years ago when they would just say, oh, you're breathing, let me throw some money at you. It's done, guys. It's absolutely done. Take this seriously. Heed these warnings. Prepare your family, prepare your household right now. when the Economic Ninja was out, we were talking about, one thing that he's promoted is a course on side hustles and getting rid of things. And I told him about, how I promoted things like this with my channel and how successful you guys are. You guys, while people have money, go out and unload everything that you don't need right now. You really have to do that because people still have money and people will still pay something for this stuff. But there's going to be a point in time that you won't be able to sell your car. You won't be able to give your boat away. And you can sit there and say, oh, that's crazy. It's not going to be like this. Don't you think that where we're headed to is going to be much worse than anything that we've seen? Surely worse than 2008. Every real estate professional I've talked to has said that's where it's going. The fact that a guy with that last video went to put foreclosure notices and sales for deeds of trust on unfinished land and houses that were half done in Riverside County. That should be enough for you to sit there and say, this is not good right now, guys. This is really bad. So prepare yourself, get your family ready, do what you can do, cut back on your business, cut back on your expenses, get rid of the expensive cars. Why are the rich people doing that? What do they know? Seriously. Now, I've never bought a $250,000 car, okay? I think that's insane. That's just me. I don't care how much money I had. There's certain things you'll never see. Oh, Dan bought a plane. You'll never hear that, okay? Just not going to happen. These people are unloading things right now at a record pace. And the fact that they're trying to get out of things should tell you something. Get yourself ready for this right now, okay? So, before it's too late, guys. Before it's too late. Mortgage demand keeps dropping. And mortgages are at their highest level in the last 7 months. Okay? But the fact that people are not purchasing homes, people cannot refinance their homes, is crazy. There are people out there that are trying to buy houses. Remember back in the 80s when you could assume a loan, you had assumable loans? There are people that are buying houses in lieu of, that's what they call it. They go out, they purchase the home, they maintain the loan. Hey folks, you don't worry about anything. Here's a little bit of cash. We'll take over your existing loan and we'll make the payments. Now think about this. You put paperwork together, you do not file it. These people assume the responsibility for the house. How risky is this? How risky is this? Let's say a guy does this on 8 or 9 projects. I saw a TikTok where a guy had done it to 22 houses. So he better pray that people are going to pay their rent. He better pray that the world doesn't come to an end and something happens where they can't pay their rent. So it's crazy, guys. Real estate is suffering right now, and it's affecting everything right now. It's affecting businesses, it's affecting refinances, it's affecting banking, in every aspect, whether it be commercial, personal banking, everything. And it's only going to get worse from here. Bank of America said, hey, there are 3 criterias that if they happen, then the Fed's going to raise interest rates. Read the story. That just happened. So the Fed's going to raise interest rates, according to Bank of America, at their next meeting. Remember, they're never going to raise them again. This is the end. That's the end. Look at Rosie just hanging out on the sand, living the dream. Living the sandy dream before she goes and gets a bath. So, you're beautiful, honey. I love you. So, they're only going to go up, guys. We're only going to see interest rates go up from here. So, share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. The fact that my foreclosure buddies are just saying, wow, Dan, we're starting to see it just start to get bigger. And each week it gets busier. And each week you got more and more commercial properties that are going down, but you got more and more properties that are residential related. That's what I loved him telling me. Well, what do you mean residential related? Well, unfinished land that they have just the slab poured. Think about this, the slab's poured. Did they get paid on that? Who knows? Not framing the house yet. So very interesting You know, times right now, to say the least. Think about how bad things have gotten. Bob sends me a story about Subway from Kingston, New York, and walks in with a coupon. Which the only reason you'd walk into a Subway is with a coupon and not get fleeced and taken advantage of. So they have a note in the door that says, we are no longer honoring coupons in magazines, newspapers, or were mailed out. And Bob's like, no, I'm not going to do that. He goes, Dan, I think I would have saved 50 cents on my sandwich, but I'm not going to buy it without the coupon. And the manager was rude to him. So good for you, Bob. Don't take it. Jim sends me a great story of life in the UK, and this is coming to your city too. When you buy shoes at some cities in the UK, they will give you one shoe to try on so you don't do a runner. So you don't put them on and go, oh yeah, these are nice, and then take off. Because people are doing that. That is, guys, come on. What planet do we live on that you can do stuff like that? That there's no, accountability. They don't pay for anything. You don't have any consequences in this world that people would try shoes on and run. Okay? I hate discount shopping now. I used to love it. I used to love to go to Burlington Coat Factory, Marshall's, TJ Maxx, all those places. But now they're so dirty. People try stuff on and just throw it. Like, oh, it's not my house. It's a hotel room. I can just throw it on the ground. And you're seeing more and more of that right now. So, a runner. Can you believe that? So, send stories like that, guys, because people think, oh, that's crazy. That's just in our city that people are bad. It's awful. It's awful. You know? So, let me know what you guys think about this stuff so far. I get stories sent to me that I go, oh, this can't be real. Air New Zealand is asking passengers before they get on the plane to weigh themselves and submit their weight to the airlines for international flights. Well, listen, we need to balance the plane out. You know what I mean? You know, the Chadwick family, you guys are kind of chubby. We can't have you sit together and throw the plane off. You know what I mean? Oh, Lewis, are you bringing Mary with you? She's kind of a heifer. She's going to sit across the aisle from you so we can keep things level. Read this article, guys. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. Political correctness is to like 50, but you can say, hey, we need to get your weight before you hop on an airline. That is funny, guys. That is hilarious. Oh, Dan, you gained 10 pounds. What's going on? So anybody asked to get weighed when they hop on a flight? Okay, that's great, man. That's so classic. Okay, guys, I'm going to end this video with these last few stories. And the first one is Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio stepped forward and said that the debt ceiling deal, he's going to give it a D. A D. Says it's horrible. He said all it does is kick the can down the road. It doesn't solve the problem. So he's giving it a D. You guys can brag about putting a deal together, but it's a D, 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 D. There's a thing called the Beige Book. And the Beige Book talks about the economy. Look at that horse that just ran by. The Beige Book is talking about how the economy is sluggish. And you can read, I won't bore you with everything that's in it, but the Beige Book is talking about that. And the final story, which this is funny, and you're going to hear much more of this in the future, is Sam Bankman-Fried. He steps forward. He's about to change his story and say that the reason that the fraud was committed was bad advice from lawyers. And he's going to blame his lawyers. Now, if you've ever met a lawyer and you want to accuse a lawyer of something, yeah, we followed their advice. And that's why we committed all this fraud. Everything was encrypted and done because of them. Oh, yeah, that's going to fly. Get yourself ready to be locked up longer than Elizabeth Holmes is. Remember that, Sammy. So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. But the lawyers, he's going to blame lawyers for the FTX fraud that was perpetrated. Okay? Just a quick video. I'm taking Rosie home to have the mobile groomer come by this morning and give her a bath. So onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you want to email me anything, hello@iAllegedly.com. If you send me a link to a story, say what it is, okay? Okay. I will see you guys very soon, okay? Thank you for being here.